Astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, August 7th to Monday, August 14th. All right, Taurus. Now, before I get started, I just want to let you know that this weekly is going to be a tad bit different than my normal weeklies. That's because I actually went ahead last week and gave you this week's horoscope. All right, the reason why I did that is because there really wasn't too much going on last week that I thought was super interesting or inspiring or like major, so I didn't want to talk about that too much. On top of that, we have a lunar eclipse that we're building to this Monday. That's going to happen. That's major. Major alignment only happens twice a year, brings major endings, major new beginnings, a lot of things going on, and I wanted to make sure that you knew that was coming, that you saw that you got the vision for what your life could be like to help you make sense of things. And I'm also just really excited about the eclipses too, so I also just wanted to talk about that. All right, so that's why we went there. All right, that is fine and all, but it makes the horoscope for this week a little interesting because I don't want to talk about the same things that I talked about last week, but at the same time I still want you to know what's coming up and what's happening. So I'm going to do this a little bit different. I'm going to talk about last week first, then I'm going to talk about this week, go back and forth, and hopefully give you a little bit of a bigger perspective of what is going on. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. Now let's go ahead and jump into your chart. All right, Taurus, last week, since we're starting there, we had Pluto in a square with Jupiter. All right, and Pluto for you is in your 9th house, is something new. All right, and Jupiter here is in your 6th house of your job and daily routine. So I think there's been a lot of new things that have been going on in your life, changes, like just do new exciting chapters, travel, study, like something you've never done before that's fun that you're embarking on. Okay, that's a good thing that you're doing, but I think it's been hard for you to integrate this thing into your job, into your daily routines, and what your life looks like externally. Okay, and I think last week you were really trying to figure out, how do I take this new thing that I'm doing and how can I really find a way to just make sense of it in my life and have the daily routines that can work with this new thing and just make things more practical and solid and stable. Okay, I think you were thinking a lot about that. While that was going on, we also had Uranus going retrograde too in your 12th house of your insides and your internal stuff. So I think maybe you've had a lot of weird stuff coming up inside about how you feel about life and about where your life is going. That's been a little unsettling, feelings you didn't know that you had about things that have been throwing you off a little bit. And I think finally last week you're like, okay, you know, a lot of weird feelings are going to come up for me and I got to get over them. I got to face them. I got to move forward, and I got to not be so, you know, afraid to do some of these things that I need to do and just get on with it. Okay, and overcome some internal issues and some issues from the past. And I think that's what you're doing and what you were doing last week. On top of that, we also had Venus, which is your ruler, move into your 3rd house as well. So I think you wanted to communicate more, especially with people around town or people that you're familiar with, about your life, about what's going on in your life in a way that you just feel is more comfortable and makes you feel better and more safe and secure. Okay, so that was going on last week. And now when we come into this week, very beginning of the week on Monday, we've got a lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse here with the moon and the sun. All right, and that's happening for you in your 10th house of career. All right, and in your 4th house of home. And I think what's been happening is there's also been a lot of focus here on your career, on where your life is going, on how you can move up in the world, increase your social standing in some way. Okay, it doesn't always have to be a traditional career. It can also be marriage or something like that, something that just like has people look at you in a different way in the eyes of society that you've really been focusing on. Okay, and I think what is going on this week is that you need to stop thinking about your career. You need to stop thinking about your social standing, how other people see you. You need to stop thinking about climbing the social ladder, and you need to start thinking about, okay, now I need to take all this career stuff, all of this stuff outwardly that's happened, and you need to start building a foundation from it and being more solid and stable and building more of a home life, so that you can support all of this growth that's been going on and all of these, you know, new exciting directions that your life is going in. Okay, I think that's what's going on there. And I think once you accept that, you got to focus more on things close to home and on your core, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to get a daily routine that works for you, to bring more stability into your life. Okay, and as well to make the changes that you need in life, to have more intimacy that you want, to do the things that you really want and that truly resonate with you. Okay, but you got to stop thinking so much about moving up in the world and focus more on things close to home. All right, once you do that, also it's going to open up more communication for you to be able to truly talk about what makes you happy, maybe about kids as well. and romantic relationships, to have you talk more about that and how you can do that in a way that is comfortable for you, in a way that is familiar for you, and just a way that works and makes sense to you, all right? I think there's more communication as well, just about being happier and doing more of what you want that makes you happy on a regular and on an everyday basis though. But keep in mind, you're not done having this conversation about bringing more joy into your life and happiness and kids and romantic relationships as well, because Mercury is about to go retrograde in your 5th house. So there's going to be a lot of thinking about your home life, rethinking about your home life, about how you can be happy at home, kids at home, things like that, that you're still going to have to work out some of the details with. Okay, so that's what is going on there. It may also require you to think very differently about your home life and this new thing that you're doing. Okay, you may have to rearrange your home life to accommodate some changes with some new adventurous stuff that is going on. All right, so that's what I see going on with you this week. Your card for the week is the Page of Pentacles upright. So whatever's going on this week, I think you're trying to build more stability into your life. I think you're trying to build just, yeah, more stability with money, physically, outwardly. You're a Taurus, so that's a great thing for you. I think it's going to give you a new opportunity to really build life from a much more solid footing, especially with stuff going on in your 4th house. I think you need to let that happen, welcome it into your life, and trying to find ways to bring more stability and to really work on your core and just build a life more solidly going forward. Okay, so that's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching your horoscope. If you like it, please like it on Facebook, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.